Hey everyone, what I've been streaming through my hearing aid this week is of course ACDC's iconic Back in Black album. Recently I realized that we were rapidly approaching the 40th anniversary of this absolute masterpiece of an album, and I wanted to do something to not only pay tribute to such an iconic album, but to pay tribute to the band that really kickstarted my love of rock and roll music and wanting to play guitar. I mean, I think it's pretty clear that Angus has had a pretty big impact on me, right? Just from what you're seeing right now. You see this, it's a Gibson SG. You can see it right here. And you got the ACDC strap. As soon as I heard songs like Back in Black, You Shook Me All Night Long, Hell's Bells, and the title track, I was hooked for life. I knew that this was the, when you're starting out, you're really thinking of what you want to play on the guitar. You kind of have, or at least in my case, I kind of had an idea of what kind of music I wanted to play, but I didn't know, who do I want to try and emulate? Who's the guitar player I kind of want to try and base my style off of and really kind of pull from first. And as soon as I heard Back in Black, that whole album, and heard Angus's style, I knew I wanted to play just like him. The influence Angus has had on me is totally going to stick with me for the rest of my playing career. Like, I think one of my favorite techniques that I've learned from him is, well, it's because of our size. Me and Angus aren't exactly the tallest people in the world, or at least from what I've heard. I'm like 5'2". But I saw this interview with Angus once, and he was talking about when he bends the string. Most people normally, when they bend it, they just... But, you can kind of get away with that. But with somebody like me and him, since we need a bit more oomph to kind of get that note out, we got to kind of lean our whole body into it. So, we do something like that. And that's the case of You Shook Me All Night Long. I mean, Angus's vibrato to me is second to none. I mean, holy cow. I mean, you can hear right now, I'm still struggling to emulate it as best as I can. But I'm no Angus Young. Wish I was. But, I mean, think of You Shook Me All Night Long. Very big, powerful bend and vibrato right there. I mean, it totally hits you right in the chest, and you just go along for the ride. And that's, I think, one of my favorite parts of Angus's playing style is, as soon as he starts playing, you're off to the races. And I mean, not only is it apparent in his playing, but it's very, I guess it's physical as well. He's constantly moving around. He's constantly, his legs are always moving to the beat. He's always bobbing his head, swaying back and forth. You're very much entranced by his performance. You see him, on one side of the stage, and then you can feel this intensity build up. I mean, even from a video, I haven't had the chance to see them in a concert yet, but you could just feel this intensity. I mean, even, like I said, even if it's on a YouTube video, you could just feel it radiating off the screen. You could see it radiating to the audience as well. And I think that's the coolest thing. Because of this huge, physical performance that Angus has, and this big sounding bends and vibrato, I think it really resonates with that audience, especially for a rock and roll audience. They really want that really fun kind of swagger, kicks you in the nuts and you just go along for the ride kind of thing, right? Angus's performance captures that perfectly. So, I've been having a lot of fun breaking down the whole Back in Black album and learning and relearning all these iconic solos. It's just a simple way to pay tribute to the band that really kickstarted my love of rock and roll and my love of music. So, ACDC, thank you guys so much for everything you do. Wish you all the best in the future. Happy 40th anniversary, Back in Black, and rock on.